The whispers started quietly. Just a few vague posts on social media, a blurry photo shared without context, a headline that sounded almost too dramatic to be true. But within hours, it spread like wildfire across fan pages and gossip outlets. Something's going on between Heughan and Caitriona Balfe again. For fans of Outlander, those names together always spark a mix of nostalgia, curiosity, and chaos. The bond between Sam and Caitríona has been the beating heart of the show for over a decade. Their on-screen chemistry is undeniable, so much that many viewers blurred the line between fiction and reality long ago. Every look, every interview, every behind-the-scenes moment becomes fuel for endless speculation. And now, once again, the rumors are back. It started when a short video from an industry event appeared online. Sam and Caitríona were seen laughing together in a private moment, leaning close as if sharing a secret. The clip was only 6 seconds long, but that was all it took. The internet doesn't need proof, it just needs a spark. Fan theories exploded overnight. Some claimed Sam looked too comfortable. Others swore Caitríona seemed different, more affectionate. Within a day, entertainment blogs jumped in with sensational headlines. The chemistry never died. Balfe's husband furious over new footage. Heughan caught in emotional reunion. None of them had evidence, but the story was too juicy to ignore. What makes this storm so relentless is the history behind it. Over the years, Sam and Caitríona have faced a carousel of rumors, claims that they were secretly together, secretly broken up, secretly at odds, or secretly hiding the truth. It's a never-ending cycle that follows them wherever they go. Back in 2017, when Caitríona announced her engagement, the fandom split in half. Many couldn't believe she wasn't marrying Sam. Some even accused her of lying to protect their real relationship. Sam, ever the gentleman, congratulated her publicly with warmth and respect, but it did little to stop the speculation. In fact, the more polite he was, the more people insisted it was all an act. Fast forward to now, and history feels like it's repeating itself. The difference is that both actors seem tired, exhausted even, by the constant noise. Sam's recent social media post added fuel to the fire. A single line from him, "Some things never change," sent fans spiraling. Was it about the industry? The show ending? Or Caitríona? No one knows for sure, but the timing was suspiciously perfect. Behind all the fan debates and viral videos lies a deeper question: how much of their lives truly belong to the public? Sam once said in an interview, "It's wonderful that people care so deeply about the characters, but sometimes they forget we're just people playing roles." That line has aged like fine wine, because even now, years later, the same confusion persists. Friends close to the two described their relationship as one of deep respect and shared history. They've been through filming in freezing weather, emotional storylines, press tours, and the chaos of fame, all side by side. There's a comfort between them that goes beyond ordinary co-stars. But comfort doesn't equal romance, and that's the line fans often refuse to see. Still, something about this latest rumor feels different. Maybe it's the way both of them have been quiet. No denial, no statement, no deflection. Silence, in today's world, speaks louder than words. As gossip columns continue to spin their own versions of the truth, one thing remains undeniable: the fascination with Sam and Caitríona isn't fading anytime soon. For many fans, their connection is the fairy tale that television made real, and letting go of that fantasy feels impossible. Yet for Heughan, the man behind the legend, the cost of that fantasy is heavy. Every rumor chips away at his privacy, his peace, and perhaps even his friendships. And just when he seems to step beyond it, the cycle begins again, louder, harsher, more invasive. But this time, something else is stirring. A new twist is quietly unfolding behind the scenes, one that might change how fans see everything. Because as much as people talk about Sam's reaction, the real surprise might come from Caitríona herself. When the rumors reached Caitríona Balfe this time, her response wasn't a fiery statement or a public denial. It was silence, measured, intentional silence. For someone who's always been graceful under scrutiny, That quiet said more than any press release ever could. Those who know her describe Caitríona as calm but guarded, a woman who's learned that fame often asks for more than it gives. She's lived through enough media storms to understand that reacting only fuels the fire. So instead of speaking out, she simply went on with her work, posting behind-the-scenes photos from her new film, smiling alongside her co-stars as if nothing had happened. But her silence didn't stop the noise, it amplified it. Fans and tabloids began dissecting every word, every glance, every timestamp of her online activity. A simple heart emoji under Sam's post became the center of an entire Reddit thread. Was it a subtle show of support? Or a secret message? The internet, as always, decided to believe whatever version fit their fantasy best. Behind the screen, however, the truth was simpler, and perhaps more bittersweet. Sam and Caitríona's friendship has endured nearly a decade of working side by side. They've shared triumphs and heartbreaks, laughter and exhaustion, premieres and farewells. That kind of bond is rare, and in the world of Hollywood, almost impossible to maintain without misunderstanding. A former Outlander crew member once said, "They look at each other the way soldiers look at someone who's been through the same war." It wasn't romance, it was recognition. They've seen each other at their best and worst, in moments the cameras never captured. And yet, that deep familiarity is precisely what keeps fans believing there's something more. It's easier to call it love than to accept that such closeness can exist without it. Caitríona's marriage, too, has been dragged into the chaos. Her husband, Tony McGill, has kept an impressively low profile throughout her fame. Every time a new rumor breaks, his name surfaces briefly, usually framed as jealous, distant, or angry. But friends say otherwise. They describe him as grounded, protective, and utterly uninterested in the noise of Hollywood. In truth, Tony understands what most fans don't. Caitríona's relationship with Sam isn't a threat, it's a testament to loyalty and respect. Meanwhile, Sam has had his own share of emotional weight. Those close to him often mention how much he values loyalty, how protective he is of people he cares about. He's been linked to various women over the years, some true, most invented. And yet, the narrative always circles back to Caitríona. No matter who he dates, no matter where he is, her name somehow finds its way into the story. Perhaps that's what hurts most, the realization that even genuine friendship can be twisted into something it's not. Last year, during a podcast interview, Sam said something that now feels almost prophetic. People love to imagine they know us. They build their own stories, and sometimes it's kinder to let them believe what they want. It was a statement born of experience, and maybe a bit of resignation. Caitríona echoed a similar sentiment in a separate interview. "We're just actors telling a story. The real us belongs to our families, to our friends, to our private lives. And yet, as long as they exist in the public eye, the real them will always be rewritten by strangers." The latest rumor cycle might fade soon, like all the others before it, but the scars it leaves linger longer. Every false headline becomes part of their digital history, a breadcrumb trail that never truly disappears. They've learned to live with it, even joke about it sometimes. Still, there's an undeniable sadness in knowing that truth no longer matters when fantasy pays better. For fans, Sam and Caitríona represent something rare, a connection that feels authentic in a world built on illusion. Maybe that's why people can't let go. In their chemistry, viewers find hope that real connection still exists, even if only on screen. But the truth, quiet and unglamorous, is that their bond thrives not because of romance, but because of mutual survival. They've endured the same pressures, carried the same expectations, and navigated the same emotional storms. It's not love in the traditional sense, it's solidarity. As one journalist put it after interviewing them both, they finish each other's sentences, but it's not flirtation, it's fluency. Perhaps that's the lesson hiding beneath all the noise. That deep connection doesn't always need to be romantic to be real. When Sam steps in front of a camera and Caitríona stands beside him, fans see Jamie and Claire, a timeless love story that transcends centuries. But when the director calls cut, what remains is two professionals bound by shared history, mutual admiration, and the simple, stubborn will to protect their peace. And maybe that's the only truth that matters. Because no matter how many rumors rise, fall, and rise again, Sam Heughan and Caitríona Balfe have already learned that silence isn't weakness. It's wisdom.